Read and write operation in files. Python provides many functions for reading and writing the open file. In this section, we are going to explore these functions. Most common file reading and writing functions are being discussed in coming line. So in this section, we are going to learn how to read from a file, how to write to a file, how to write to a file, then how to read from a file. And first, reading from file. Python provides mainly three types of read function to read from a data file, but before you can read from a file, the file must be opened and linked via file object or file handle. Most common file reading functions of Python are listed below. So before you read from a file, you must create a file object. So last class I already teach you how to create file object or file handle. Then next, using that file object, you can read that particular file. So first method is read. Then syntax is file handle dot read. That is file object dot read. Then this read function reads at most n bytes. If no n is specified, read the entire file. Retains the read bytes in the form of a string. That is read function as a parameter read. So if you use a read file object, you already learned that how to create a file object. Then my file object name is file3. Yesterday we are discussing, so I teach you with one good example how to create a file3 file handler, then file3 dot read, then so you already know that then one file is linked to this file3 object, right? This read function will read the whole content of the text file. Okay, then if you write b is equal to file3 dot read, if you write print b means you will get a whole data from this file to your Python program. Then if you write a parameter here 8, then it will read 8 bytes. First 8 bytes it will read. So you can use a read function without parameters and with parameters. Without parameters means it will read the whole file. With parameter means these first 8 bytes it will read. Example, this is the way. In this example, file1 is a file handle. This file object created by the open function. So this is the path. So info.txt is the text file. So then file1 dot read 15, that is the first 15 bytes from this info.txt is now saved into read info. Then if you print read info, you will get the first 15 bytes. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Space is also counted as a 1 byte. If you want to save a letter, you need 1 byte. That is, if you want to save I, you need 1 byte. If you want to save this T, you need 1 byte. If you want to save this single quotes, you need 1 byte. Then S is also 1 byte. That's why this space is also 1 byte. If you using double space means you need 2 bytes. So count 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, 4 byte, 5 bytes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 bytes are read. First 15 bytes. Without this, file 1 dot read means it will read the whole data. I think you understand this one. Then, so what is the data type of this read info? It should be string. Okay, it should be string. So this is the main point. A read function will return data as a string. So that's why if you print type of read info, then you will get a str means string. I think you understand this concept. Then next one. Next method is read line method. Then how to call this one? File object dot read line with parameter, without parameter, it is also possible. Then with the parameter, read a line of input. That is, if the parameter is not given, it will read the first line. If it's any specified, read its most n bytes. Most n bytes. That is x, not bit bytes. Return the read bytes in the form of a string ending with a ln, that is line character, or return a blank string if no more bytes are left for reading the file. Here read lines, so it will read in file 1 dot read line. It will, that is first line is saved in read info. Then what is the type of read info? It should be a string. So read and read line retain data as a string. Then print info, you will get a first line. You will get a first line. Then what is then next function is read lines. Read lines has no parameter. Okay, no parameter. Reads all the lines and retains them in a list. Retains them in a list. So I already teach you in text file, the end of line character should be /n. If the point is full stop is there, after full stop there is a /n character, that is end of line. So these read lines return whole file as a list, that is first line is a first list object, second line is a second list item, third line as a third list item, fourth line as a fourth list item, fifth line as a fifth list item. That is, read lines retain the data in the form of a list. So if you get confusion, don't worry about that. I will demonstrate this example, this all function with a suitable example. Open, then path to this debug.txt, then mode is R. Then I'm going to create a file object for reading from this txt file. So this is my txt file. It is in my computer, this one. Okay, so this is the path. This is the home, /home debug /documents atom /py debug. This is the path to debug.txt file. So what is the mode? R mode. So I'm going to create a file object with the read mode only. So this is the code. So if you watch yesterday class, you will understand this concept. So this is the user defined words. You can use any names, obj also. So I'm creating obj. Then I just save. Then I'm going to run this program. Okay, no error is here. Then here, where is then read function. So how to read? You use read function, you can read the whole content of the file. Read, how to call read using this file object obj dot read. So obj dot read whole content of the data as a string. So I need to save that string in a variable. Just say data, just write data. Then I'm going to print that data. Print data. Then save this file. Then I'm going to run this program. Then whole data is debug Matthew dot Sedu PM dot Deepu Matthew. So you will get a whole data using read. So what is the type of that data? How to print the type of the data using type function. Ty type using type of data. What is the type of data? You already know that that's a string. Save. Run. Okay, string is a string. Okay, then next this read function without argument. Read function with argument means I need to read five bytes from that file. Save. I'm going to run this program. Then it will return 5 bytes. D 1 2 3 4 5. Did you understand that? I think you understand this concept. This one, okay, that is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then if I am going to write a 10, you can calculate it. Then what is the answer here? First 10 byte 1 2 3 4 5 6, then plus 7 for space 8 9 10 up to this will get as a output. So I'm going to save this program. I'm going to run the program. Right, it is right. You can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I think you understand. So what is the data type? It is also a string. So next, read line. So without argument, what is the answer? It will return the, I think you already know that. I'm going to run this program. So it will return the first line. Okay, so line and sentence are different, right? This is the first sentence, this is the second sentence, this is the third sentence. Line means like this. Okay, if I write I am going to learn Python. I am going to learn Python. This is the third line. Hi, hello. So I'm going to save this program. Then I'm going to run this program again. Then you will understand the concept. Python. Then it will return the first line. Okay. Then if I remove this first line, now which one is become first line? First line become this one. Okay, now it's this one. Then I'm going to run this program, predict what is the output. You already know that what is the output. Output will be I'm going to learn Python. This one, I am going to learn Python. Then with the argument, what happened? With the argument means if I write 10, then it will return the first 10 bytes. I am going to run that program. You will get a I am 3 space 4 this 5, then one space is also here, right? I am going to, this space is also counted. So I think you get a confusion. Then I'm going to write it 12 here. Then you will understand the concept. 12 means count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So here means there's one space is also coming there. Then next, read lines. Read lines without argument. Okay, a read line and a read function return the data in the form of a string. So read lines return the data as a list. If I save this program, if I run this program, you will understand the concept. So I am going to learn first line as the first list item, second line as the second list item. So this is the end of line character. So in read lines, end of line character will be displayed. Okay, it will display the end of line character, but in read and read lines, end of line character will not display. Here I am going to learn Python /n. This is the first list item, then this is the second list item. That is, first line will be the first list item, second line should be the second list item. Then how this /n will come here? /n means new line. New line means one invincible new line is here. Then here one invincible new line is here. Here is also one invincible new line is here. That is the end of line character I teach you in previous class. I already teach you in previous class. I think you understand this concept. I think in your mobile it is not possible to write this, not possible to write and not possible to execute. Then write this program on your copy notes. Then if you have any doubt, then call me personally.